Welcome to the Secret Sauce Restaurant Growth Podcast.
Great to be here.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into the 2025 Restaurant Technology Outlook Report. We really want to extract the recipe for success in today's restaurant world. Looking at where operators are putting their tech dollars, what's tripping them up, and maybe what exciting possibilities are emerging.
Exactly. And our goal today is to cut through all that data, highlight the crucial insights for you. So what your peers are prioritizing with technology right now, what seems to be delivering results, and, some areas you might want to consider for your own operations.
Okay, so right off the bat, what jumps out from this report? It seems like there's a continued strong appetite for technology in the restaurant industry.
Oh, definitely. A remarkable 88% of operators surveyed are planning to invest in tech within the next 12 months.
88%, wow.
Yeah, and that's stayed pretty consistent since 2023.
So what's the underlying driver here? Why this continued commitment?
Well, it's interesting to think why it remains so robust, right? It really suggests a fundamental shift. Restaurants now see technology not just as a nice to have, but as a core component of their strategy for growth and efficiency.
So less luxury, more necessity.
Precisely. We're seeing this across different segments, though. Like the data points out, limited service and chain operators, they're really leading the charge, perhaps because they have more standardized models that just, lend themselves better to tech integration.
Makes sense. And it's not just about adopting tech for tech's sake, is it?
No, not at all.
The report emphasizes that, 71% of operators see technology as either critical or very important for hitting their key business goals in 2025.
Yes, 71%. That's a really strong endorsement of its strategic value.
So they see a direct link.
Absolutely. And if you look at their primary objectives, things like boosting traffic, improving marketing and customer engagement, and reducing operating costs, their planned tech investments line up very clearly. They're not just, buying gadgets. They're strategically investing in solutions they believe will directly impact their bottom line.
Okay, so that brings us to where the money's actually going. What are the top targets?
Digital marketing tools, that's number one. Including those really important loyalty programs, that's the top investment target for 46% of operators.
46%. That feels like a direct response to needing more traffic and keeping customers coming back, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, in today's competitive landscape, building customer loyalty, personalizing marketing efforts, it's just crucial. Think about it. The cost of getting a new customer versus keeping an existing one, it's way higher to get new ones.
True.
So loyalty programs powered by digital tools are a key way to tackle that.
And what else is high on the list?
Following closely are POS systems and digital ordering channels. So that means mobile apps, online ordering, delivery platforms, kiosks, all that stuff.
Okay.
And get this, half of the limited service folks plan to expand these. It really emphasizes the growth of off-premises and, self-service.
Right. And this is where the differences between restaurant types start to show up, isn't it? Full-service restaurants, they seem to be putting a greater emphasis on front-of-house technology and labor management tools compared to the limited service. Could that reflect maybe the importance they place on the in-house dining experience and, the need to optimize staffing in this tight labor market?
That's a very insightful point. Yeah, I think so. For full service, the guest experience inside the restaurant is still paramount. So technology that streamlines reservations, manages tables efficiently, maybe even enhances the server-guest interaction with handhelds, that can directly impact satisfaction and repeat visits.
That makes sense.
And the focus on labor management tools also suggests they're looking for ways to optimize staffing, control costs without hurting service quality.
And what about independents versus chains?
Yeah, it's also worth noting the report mentions that independent restaurants generally tend to lag behind the chains in tech investment across most areas. That could be a challenge for them, staying competitive.
Definitely something for independents to think about. Now, shifting gears slightly. The report highlights a growing focus on the less visible stuff, the under-the-hood technologies.
Why, yes. The plumbing.
Right. We're seeing significant planned increases in investment for data management and security that's up 9% year over year.
9%, wow.
And also integrations and APIs and back office tech. Why this increased attention to these sort of background areas?
Well, it really indicates a maturing understanding of the whole restaurant tech ecosystem, I think. Operators are realizing that all those customer-facing technologies generate just a vast amount of data. And to truly leverage that data for insights, for efficiency, you need robust data management and security systems.
And the APIs, what's the deal there?
Think of APIs as like digital connectors. They allow different software systems to talk to each other seamlessly.
Okay, so everything works together.
Exactly. It's crucial. So your online ordering system, your POS, your inventory management, they can all show data. The increased investment here suggests a move towards a more integrated, secure technology infrastructure, especially among QSR and fast casual brands who handle, a higher volume of transactions.
But building this connected tech environment, it's not easy, is it? The report points out some key challenges.
No, it's definitely not simple.
And the biggest one seems to be the lack of staff. Not enough people to manage and integrate all this new technology. And that concern's actually grown in the last year.
Absolutely. That's a huge one. It's not enough to just buy and install new systems. You need a team that understands how to implement them, how to make sure they work together effectively, how to troubleshoot problems.
The human element.
Yeah. The fact that this challenge has intensified suggests restaurants need to invest not only in the tech itself, but also in training their existing staff or, hiring people with the necessary technical skills.
And another big hurdle mentioned is data silos. Different platforms not talking to each other.
Oh, yes. Data silos.
21% of operators are grappling with this, especially the larger chains and limited service brands. It's like parts of your business speaking different languages.
Exactly like that. When your ordering system can't easily share data with your inventory, or your loyalty program operates completely separately from your CRM, you just get this fragmented view of your business.
Which leads to problems.
Yeah, this lack of interoperability can lead to inefficiencies, missed opportunities for personalization, and honestly, just a lot of headaches for operators trying to get a holistic picture. It really underscores the importance of those integrations and APIs we were just talking about.
And we shouldn't overlook the basics either. High hardware costs, and sometimes a lack of clarity around those costs.
Of course. I mean, every tech investment needs to show a clear return, right? Whether that's through more efficiency, higher sales, better customer satisfaction, whatever. The challenge of high costs and maybe fuzzy transparency can make it tough for operators to really assess the value proposition of different solutions.
Okay, let's switch to a really buzzy topic. Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
AI in restaurants.
The buzzword of the year.
Right. The report indicates a lot of excitement, but maybe also some uncertainty around actually putting it into practice.
Yeah, what's fascinating is the spectrum of adoption they found. You've got 21% who are AI adopters. They're already using it in some way.
Good, the early movers.
Then there's this huge group, 51%, who are AI curious. They're interested, but they haven't really jumped in yet.
Half the respondents. Wow.
Exactly. And then 28% are AI cautious, not really interested right now, but the growth of that AI curious group, that's really telling. There's clearly a recognition of AI's potential, but many are still, kicking the tires.
So what are the adopters actually using it for?
Well, the report says things like marketing, social media content, customer service chatbots, sales forecasting, even taking orders and answering phones.
Okay, some practical stuff.
Definitely. And they're looking to expand into things like personalized guest experiences, optimizing inventory, menu pricing, that kind of thing.
So they see more potential down the road.
For sure. These early adopters are really paving the way, showing the tangible benefits AI can offer in specific areas. Think about the efficiency gains from automating phone orders or, personalizing marketing messages based on customer data. These are real-world applications that probably fuel the interest of that big AI curious group.
And the AI curious, what are they most interested in using AI for?
They're particularly keen on AI for sales and traffic forecasting, optimizing menus and staffing, and maybe most importantly, reducing food waste. That's a major pain point for so many restaurants.
Yeah, waste is huge.
Absolutely. These are areas where AI's predictive capabilities can be incredibly valuable. Imagine being able to more accurately forecast demand, right? Allowing you to optimize staffing levels, reduce over-ordering of ingredients. That directly hits profitability and sustainability.
But then you have the AI cautious group. What's holding them back?
Mostly, they're waiting for clearer evidence of a strong return on investment, ROI, and well-established use cases. They kind of want to see it proven by others, especially in similar types of restaurants, before they take the plunge.
That sounds like a pretty pragmatic approach.
It is. Investing in something as potentially transformative as AI, it requires a certain confidence in the benefits and a clear idea of how it fits their specific operation. Interestingly, some in this group aren't even sure why they're not interested yet, which suggests there's maybe a need for more education and clearer communication about AI's potential value.
The experts quoted in the report, they highlight some specific areas where AI is already showing promise, right?
Yeah, things like speeding up drive thrusts, handling phone orders efficiently, even helping with employee training. And they also stress, again, the importance of choosing AI solutions that are flexible and integrate well with the systems you already have.
Flexibility and integration, that theme keeps coming up.
It's critical. Any new tech needs to play well with the existing tech stack. Otherwise, you just create more problems.
Okay, let's turn our attention to data strategy. It's interesting that the report finds confidence in optimizing customer data has actually dipped slightly this year. Why do you think that is?
That slight decrease is interesting. Only about a third of operators feel they definitely or probably optimize their customer data. It suggests that while data collection is probably increasing, there's data everywhere.
Huh?
The ability to actually analyze it and get actionable insights might be lagging behind.
So drowning in data, but starving for insights.
Something like that, yeah. It's one thing to have the data, it's quite another to know what to actually do with it.
And the biggest roadblocks to using new data? Let me guess.
Making it actionable is number one, according to the report, followed closely by that ongoing struggle with integration.
So same challenges again. Data is only valuable if you can use it effectively across your operations.
Exactly. The key is moving beyond just collecting data towards developing strategies to turn that data into meaningful information that informs decisions. And that requires not just the right analytical tools, but also the processes and, frankly, the expertise to interpret the results and implement changes.
But despite these hurdles, there's still a strong desire to use data, right? For things like reducing waste, refining targeted marketing, analyzing menu performance, improving back office efficiency.
Oh, absolutely. The potential is clearly recognized. The value proposition of leveraging data to optimize all these different parts of the restaurant business is just undeniable. And the focus on those specific areas, waste, marketing, menus, back office highlights, where operators see the most immediate and significant opportunities for improvement.
The report also stresses something important, that the real power comes from combining different data sets.
Yes, going beyond just basic transaction numbers.
Right, incorporating broader macroeconomic data, demographic info, even psychographic data. It paints a much more complete picture.
Think of it like this. Knowing how many customers you had last Tuesday is useful, sure. But knowing who those customers are, what their preferences are, how maybe external factors are influencing their dining decisions, that gives you a much richer understanding that can lead to way more effective strategies.
Okay. And then there's a perhaps less glamorous but increasingly vital area, mobile device management, MDM.
Ah, yes. Very important, especially now.
As restaurants deploy more self-service kiosks, tablets, other connected devices, managing and securing them becomes critical. For someone not deeply technical, what exactly is MDM and why does it matter so much now?
Okay, good question. Think of MDM as basically a centralized control system. It lets you manage and secure all the mobile devices your restaurant uses. So tablets for digital menus, self-ordering kiosks, maybe handheld ordering devices for staff, all of it.
Okay, like a remote control for all your devices.
Kind of, yeah. It helps you ensure these devices are secure, that they have the latest software updates, and that you can troubleshoot any issues remotely without having to physically touch every single device. As restaurants become more reliant on these connected devices for both customer interaction and internal operations, SDM becomes really essential for protecting sensitive data and just ensuring a consistent, reliable experience.
Got it. Now, looking at technology priorities for both front and back of the house, the report finds flexibility and ease of integration are top priorities again.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, it reinforces that earlier point about the challenges of data silos and the need for systems to work together.
Makes sense. Operators want solutions that can adapt and connect.
Exactly. In today's rapidly evolving tech landscape, restaurants need solutions that can change with their needs and work seamlessly with what they already have. They want to avoid being locked into rigid proprietary platforms that don't play well with others.
So looking specifically at back-of-house tech, like kitchen display systems, what are the key features operators are looking for there?
For the back of house, it's mainly about efficiency and consistency. Key features include helping to reduce food waste and order errors, big cost savers. Also, improving staff training and efficiently managing those high-pressure rush periods. That's especially true for quick-service restaurants.
And for full service in the kitchen.
Full-service operators seem particularly interested in technology that simplifies things for their kitchen staff, reducing complexity for the cooks.
Okay. And then flip into the front of house. What benefits are they seeking?
Front of house, it's largely about the guest experience and service delivery. Top benefits sought are accurate order taking, super important, and enhanced guest convenience. That convenience factor is especially critical for those quick service models.
Right. Fewer mistakes, easier ordering.
Exactly. And also, reducing the workload for wait staff. That's a big focus for full-service restaurants, helping the servers be more efficient.
And full service also seems to place a high value on reservation management and using guest data for more personalized service.
Yes, definitely. That ties back to the importance of the in-house dining experience for them. Technology that manages reservations smoothly and leverages guest data allows them to provide that more personalized, hospitable service that keeps people coming back.
The report also touches on how front-of-house tech is evolving, especially with ongoing staffing challenges.
Yeah, staffing volatility is a huge factor.
So we're seeing tech being used for smarter table management and, again, delivering more personalized hospitality by integrating POS and reservation systems.
Right. In a fluctuating labor market, technology can provide really valuable support to front-of-house teams. It enables them to manage resources more efficiently, deliver a high level of service even with potential staffing constraints. Smart table management systems can optimize seating, reduce wait times. Integrated POS and reservation data can empower staff to recognize and cater to returning guests. Little things that make a difference.
And the overall restaurant management software itself seems to be getting more sophisticated.
Definitely. It's evolving to centralize guest data, enhance CRM and API capabilities for that personalized service, and integrate with a much broader range of other tech platforms.
So it's becoming like the central nervous system for customer interactions.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. This trend towards centralized data management is crucial for building stronger customer relationships and ultimately driving loyalty. By bringing together data from all those different touch points, online ordering, reservations, POS transactions, loyalty programs, restaurants can gain a much more comprehensive understanding of their guests and deliver truly tailored experiences.
But, and this feels like a really crucial takeaway, the report emphasizes that technology should enhance, not replace, the human element in dining.
Absolutely critical point. It's about finding that balance, that sweet spot. While technology offers just tremendous opportunities for efficiency and personalization, hospitality at its core is still about human connection. The most successful restaurants, I believe, will be those that strategically leverage technology to empower their staff and enhance the guest experience without losing that essential personal touch.
Okay, so let's try and distill what this all means for you, the listener, listening right now. This 2025 restaurant technology outlook, it really paints a clear picture of an industry that's, well, heavily invested in technology as a driver for both growth and efficiency.
Yeah, the enthusiasm is undeniable, but there's also this growing understanding, this awareness, the complexities involved, things like integration, data management, and, truly unlocking the potential of emerging tech like AI.
Right. So here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The secret sauce, as we call it, isn't just about chasing the latest gadgets or the newest trends in restaurant tech.
No, it's much more strategic than that.
It's about making strategic choices, selecting flexible, integrated solutions that directly address your specific business objectives.
Exactly. Whether that's boosting customer traffic, streamlining your operations, or really elevating that guest experience.
And crucially, it's also about recognizing the human element, isn't it? Ensuring your team has the support and the skills to navigate this constantly evolving technological landscape.
Couldn't agree more. The people are key to making the tech work.
So as you look ahead, what does this deep dive suggest for your restaurant's growth strategy? Hopefully you've gleaned some valuable insights, some nuggets, as you consider your own technology roadmap.
Yeah, this report really underscores the importance of not just keeping pace, but thinking strategically about how technology can genuinely be a secret ingredient in your continued success.
So maybe this leaves you with an important question to consider. Looking at your current operations and your goals for growth, what's one specific area where a more strategic investment in technology could yield the biggest return, the biggest impact in the next 12 months?
That's a great question to mull over.
We encourage you to really think that through. Maybe even explore the full report for a more in-depth analysis if you're interested.
Yeah, dig into the details for your specific segment.
Thanks for joining us on Secret Sauce today.
Thanks for listening. We look forward to sharing more insights with you next time to help your restaurant thrive.